Welcome to Spectrum News at 4. I am Emedion James coming to you live from Uyo. Let's take a look at today's headlines. President Tinubu mourns ex-Super Eagles goalkeeper Peter Rufai. Court finds Senator Natasha guilty of contempt, fines her 5 million naira. Trump to sign Beg Beautiful bill on US Independence Day. We'll bring you details of these stories and more in just a moment. Many thanks for joining us. First in the news at this hour is the national scene where President Bola Tinubu has said that his administration has made smuggling of the nation's oil unpleasant. President Tinubu made this known to Nigerians in St. Lucia that his government inherited a country that was near bankruptcy but has been able to rescue the economy. He further noted that although Nigerians' per capita income is low, his administration is working to improve it. While interacting with Nigerians living in St. Lucia, President Tinubu promised to resolve some of the issues raised diplomatically. Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu has mourned the death of former Super Eagles goalkeeper Peter Rufai, saying he wrote his name in the gold in the sporting annals of Nigeria and the African continent. The president said this in a statement by his special advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, on Thursday, while paying tribute to the football icon fondly remembered by fans as Dodo Mayana. Recall that the football legend passed away on Thursday at the age of 61. According to the president, the late footballer's legacy would live on in the heart of Nigerians and football lovers worldwide. From the judiciary, the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja on Friday found the suspended lawmaker representing Kogi Central, Senator Natasha Boti Uduaghan, guilty of contempt. The court, in a ruling delivered by Justice Binta Nyako, noted that the embattled lawmaker went against its order by publishing a satirical apology to the Senate President Gosul Akpabio. It held that the said apology, which she published on her Facebook page on April 7th, made a mockery of a gag order that had been placed on the parties by the court. Consequently, the court ordered Senator Akpoti Uduaghan to, within 7 days, publish an apology to it in two national dailies and also on a Facebook page. The court equally ordered her to pay a 5 million naira fine, stressing that her contempt was in a civil proceeding. In a related development, Justice Binta Nyako of the Federal High Court in Abuja today faulted the suspension of Kogi State Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan and nullified it. Justice Nyako subsequently ordered the Senate to recall the suspended senator on grounds that a suspension for 6 months violated the constitutions and also denied a constituent of adequate representation. The judge made the order while delivering judgment in a suit filed by Akpoti Uduaghan challenging her 6 month suspension by the Senate. Justice Nyako stated that while the National Assembly has powers to discipline any erring members, such discipline should not be too excessive to the extent of depriving a people of representation. Meanwhile, the Chief Justice of Nigeria, CGN, Justice Kudirat Kukere Akon, has approved the appointment of Babatunde Adejomo as a new administrator of the National Justice Institute, NJI. In a statement today, Jobi Soniyi, Senior Special Assistant on Media to the CNG said Adejomo's appointment takes effect on August the 1st. Adejomo, a former president of the National Industrial Court of Nigeria (NICN), was endorsed by the NJI Board of Governors chaired by Kekere Ekong. His appointment, according to the board, is expected to strengthen the Institute's efforts in promoting judicial capacity development and institutional innovation. Back here, the Akwa State House of Assembly yesterday announced changes to its leadership structure. This was revealed by the Speaker of the House, Udeme Otong, during today's plenary session. According to the lineup, Barrister Otto Bob, member representing Ntidubum State Constituency, has taken over as the new House Leader of the 8th Assembly, while Ntidebe Akata, member representing Eket State Constituency, has been appointed Deputy Leader of the House. Additionally, Effiong Johnson has been named Chief Whip, while Samson Idiom serves as Deputy Chief Whip. Recall that in the last House sitting, the former House Leader Sunday Chani, member representing Ona State constituency, had declined to defect to APC alongside a member representing Etinan State constituency, citing reasons only known to himself. Reacting to the development, Otobong Bob expressed gratitude to Governor Moino, the APC leadership, Senator Gosula Fabio, and the members of the 8th Assembly for entrusting him with the responsibility. He pledged to utilize his new position to work tirelessly for the betterment of the people and the state. Let's move now to Africa, where a former deputy president of South Africa from the African National Congress Party, David Mbabuza, has passed away, aged 64. The party said Mbabuza served one term as the deputy president of the country from 2018 to 2023 and as the deputy president of the African National Congress from 2017 to 2022. He was also the provincial head of the country, Mpumalanga province, from 2009 to 2018. ANC Secretary General Fikele Mbalula, in a statement, noted that Mbabuze dedicated his life to the service of the people of South Africa. On the foreign scene, a wave of intense Russian airstrikes has reportedly hit almost every district of Kiev. According to reports, the attack comes shortly after a phone conversation between US President Donald Trump and where Trump expressed disappointment over Putin's continued unwillingness to end the war. Meanwhile, reports say at least 23 people were injured, with damage recorded in schools, residential buildings, and railway infrastructure. Still on the foreign scene, US President Donald Trump will sign his flagship tax and spending bill today in a bomb-laden independent bomber that bombed Iran. Trump pushed Republican lawmakers to get his unpopular One Beautiful bill through a reluctant Congress in time for him to sign into law on the US national holiday, and he did so with a day to spare Thursday. Ever the showman, Trump will now mount a victory lap over the bill, which cements his radical second term agenda with a grand party at the White House marking 249 years of independence from Britain. Still to come in the news. CAF increases WAFCON 2024 prize money to $1 million. Stay tuned for details of this in just a moment. Many thanks for staying tuned. On a business news, the federal government has fixed July 23 and 24th, 2025 for a national stakeholders forum to address mounting concerns over petrol pricing and supply dynamics in the downstream sector amid growing agitation by independent marketers for price regulation. The planned summit, organized by the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority (NMDPRA), is expected to bring together industry operators, marketers, refineries, and government officials to deliberate on petroleum prices standards, feedstock adequacy, and strategies to stabilize the deregulated market. The Executive Director of Hydrocarbon Processing Plant, Installation and Transportation of Infrastructure at the NMDPRA, Francis Ogari, confirmed the date and summit at the just concluded 24th Nigerian Oil and Gas Energy Week held in Abuja. The director further stressed the need for dialogue to build a resilient pricing system in the post subsidy era. Still in business, the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission (NUPRC) has disclosed that efforts of the Nigerian government to mandate upstream oil producers to allocate a portion of their output to domestic refineries were resisted by several companies last year. According to a report by the Commission, the oil firms resisted supplying crude to the Dangote Petroleum Refinery and other local plants, citing various reasons. As the regulators strive to enforce the Domestic Crude Supply Obligation (DCSO), it was said that the oil producers submitted formal letters requesting waivers or outlining why they could not meet the monthly crude volumes allocated to them under the DCSO. Reports say the resistance came despite multiple engagement and the gazetting of production curtailment and document crude supply obligations regulation in September 2023. On the health news, the Nigerian Medical Association (NMA) has faulted the federal government decision to deploy Nigerian doctors and health workers to St. Lucia, describing the move as inexcusable at a time when the country's health sector is facing a deep crisis. The Medical Association accused President Bola Tinubu's administration of neglecting the of medical professionals at home while offering far better remuneration to those he plans to send abroad. The NMA national body insisted that it was unjustifiable that the federal government would pay Nigerian doctors deployed to St. Lucia 40.8 million naira per year, while the counterpart in St. Lucia are paid 131.7 million naira annually by the Lucian government, even as Nigerian doctors practicing at home are to earn 11.9 million naira per annum. Recall that Nigeria signed a technical manpower assistance agreement with the government of St. Lucia, paving the way for the deployment of skilled Nigerian professionals to the Caribbean nation to deepen South-South cooperation and reconnect with the African diaspora. The NMA, in a statement by Secretary General Dr. Ben Egbon, described the move as an attempt to project Nigeria in a positive light internationally while failing to address the dire conditions of its domestic health workforce. He also warned that such decision would worsen the ongoing brain drain in the health sector, which has already seen thousands of doctors leave the country in recent years in search of better opportunities abroad. To sports news now, where the Confederation of African Football (CAF) has announced new prize money for the 2024 Women's African Cup of Nations. According to African football governing body, the winner of the WAFCON 2024 finals will be rewarded with $1 million. The second and third place team will receive $500,000 and $350,000 respectively. CAF stated that the increase will reflect in the bonuses of all participating teams at the competition. Meanwhile, 12 countries will compete for the ultimate prize at the WAFCON 2024 finals. Still in sport, Mohamed Salah said the death of Liverpool teammate Diogo Jota in a car crash has left him frightened to return to the club as the Premier League champions postponed the return of some players for pre-season training. Recall that the Portugal forward and his younger brother Andre Silva died in the early hours of Thursday after their car veered off a motorway in Spain and burst into flames. Mourners gathered at the wake in Portugal on today ahead of the brothers' funeral on Saturday. Meanwhile, Jota's Liverpool teammates have spoken of their struggles to comprehend his death, with Captain Van Dijk writing on Instagram that he was absolutely devastated and in total disbelief. Last on the news at this hour, Nigerian singer Ricardo Banks has raised concerns about an undisclosed music executive he claims is taking advantage of young talent. While while refraining from revealing the music executive identity, Ricardo shared in a recent interview the negative impact the individual has had on those who collaborate with him. He urged upcoming artists to be very cautious. Meanwhile, Ricardo Bound's warning has generated reactions from fans who urge him to reveal the executive's identity. And that's all we have for you at this hour. Do ensure to follow us on social media, subscribe to our YouTube channel, all of which you can find on our website at spectrumtvlive.ng. I am Emedion James, and you've been watching Spectrum News at 4. Do enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you for watching.
Spectrum TV, broadening your horizon.